Hey there, everybody, this is PotterBrony, and welcome to another blind reaction of some MLP Fanwork. This time we have from Little Shy FIM to Everything Wrong with videos. I guess I missed the last one of Party Pooped, because I sure as hell don't remember doing it, and I don't see it up on my channel. So yeah, we have Party Pooped and Amending Fences. As always, the link's in the description below. Be sure to support the official videos. And let's just get it started and see what Little Shy's got in store for us this time. Okay. And starting Party Pooped. Everything Wrong with. 3, 2, 1, and go.
There's no reason to be nervous. Nothing to worry about. Everything's gonna be fine. Tell those butterflies in your
Yeah,
Pinky mistakes
it'll be
chess.
super fine.
The yaks are simple people. Whatever you do, don't startle them with flashy unicorn magic, or I'm going to needlessly teleport to them. Perhaps the yaks are meant to be dumb, and
Well, they
dare I
weren't.
say, bullheaded, but this is a terrible way to introduce a recurring species. Their childish, property damage-filled tantrum should not go unpunished, let alone rewarded. The
True.
ultimate party pooper. This one random nail serves no purpose. It is also moving on its own. Starlight Glimmer branded glue, made from all-natural equine dissidents.
I think they broke my
Nice.
record for most stuff broken in under a minute. They even broke the trophy.
Fun fact, this joke was written by Brian Goldner himself. At least that's the joke I would have made if the credits hadn't confessed during the joke itself. Suspiciously stashed trophy.
All we have to do
Damn
is
you,
show them how
Confalone.
great it can be to have friends.
Is this before or after we convince them we're not a cult? Also, isn't it rather xenophobic to assume the yaks don't have friends just because they're not ponies?
Presenting
Maybe a little.
Yakistan style.
Cultural appropriation, the episode. Fluttershy disappears between shots. This is straight up attempted murder, and every pony is ultimately okay with that.
Imported from the Crystal Empire to match your northern
That's a fair point.
Crystal ponies, yaks, them northern creatures are all the same.
Yeah.
Make it up to them.
Yes, the ponies clearly have to make it up to the yaks for their bad behavior. Living relatively northernly,
These
I
are
can
very good
confirm
points.
This is exactly how snow works.
Snow is snow, no matter where it comes from.
Yeah,
Driving
absolutely.
Opportunity.
That is how snow works.
Hyperventilation reads much better on script than it sounds in practice. Gummy expresses an emotion. This was 1 inch away from TVMA.
Don't worry, I'll be back in time for the party.
Pinkie Pie discovers time travel.
This burden falls on my rump, and my rump alone.
You could have just said back or shoulders, Pinkie. No need to make it weird.
Yeah, but that's Pinky.
Get there?
I'm heading north to the Crystal Empire myself.
Pinkie Pie may not have many intelligence points, but her luck skill is maxed out.
Me
Damn
and the
straight.
boys are powerful tired because we was up all night counting cherries.
This is incredibly
Although
poor
she's not
planning on her
unintelligent.
part. And no, this isn't a last-minute decision due to the train's schedule change, since she was occupied during that time.
The yaks are going home.
They also just declared war.
We declare war!
Yeah, priorities,
But that
Twilight.
part's not important.
But I never just started a war.
Twilight has no reason to blame the yak's terrible behavior on herself.
They were a bunch of assholes.
We were rescued midair by the Wonderbolts, and then they gave me a ride to Manhattan. I joined a traveling band and we played some shows here and there.
Deus Ex Machina, quickly followed by a distraction to help us forget that they were as good as dead.
Creative differences tore us apart, and that's when I knew I had to get back on with my journey to the Crystal Empire.
But
As well
the
as Yoko
Crystal
Pony.
Empire is where the story left off. Cadence appears to be standing on the very top of her shoes.
No pony who's attempted this climb has ever returned.
They loved Yakistan so much they decided to live there, right? Cadence may have a history of misplacing faith in others, but if what she said is true, and there's a good chance Pinkie Pie is going to die, how could she possibly be okay with this? She should send Spike instead. Pinkie's secret party planning cave doesn't make much sense considering her bedroom is on the top floor. Did they fall straight through the cake shop as well? Also, this carpet is conveniently smaller when the floor needs to open up. This joke might be funny if the show was consistently cartoony to such an excessive extent, but it's not, so it's not. It makes no sense for her to slide from here to here, down to here, then back up here. Cherry Jubilee finished her delivery to the Crystal Empire and traveled to Manhattan faster than this episode dropped suspension of disbelief.
I was this close to helping Twilight.
This close.
Bit picky.
If ponies in
Yes.
the secret cave can be heard all the way up here, is it really a secret at all? A murmur up here has to be very noticeable down here.
It's
writes notes for the party she wants to throw for her folks' 50th anniversary. If they ain't nearly that old.
This is the most we ever hear about a character's actual age, and it still tells us nothing.
She's already planning their
Yeah.
100th, too. And their 500th?
Watch out, alicorns. The Pie family is also immortal and biding their time for a takeover. Wonderbolt recruitment is racially biased.
Well, you'd think so. It would have to be Pegasi that.
There's always 4, Pinkie Pie.
I know! Yaks are so cool! Where's all the snow? Please
Wow.
tell me this is magical sand-colored snow! Nope! Definitely.
How did I know that was going to happen? And if the word ended with a T, it might have made it a little bit better, but bleeping sand just doesn't have the same effect as something with a T at the end of it. Okay, so that was everything wrong with Party Pooped in 5 minutes or less. Now, moving on to everything wrong with amending fences. As I said before, the links are in the description below. And starting this video in 3, 2, 1, and go.
You didn't show up!
Ouch.
We hear Spike
Yeah.
doing the dishes less than a second before he walks in. Hallway sinks. It's an alicorn princess thing.
Yeah.
Kind of funny, isn't it? All these ponies coming to you for advice about friendship, because you used to be famous for being such a bad friend.
Spike is so desperate to shoehorn a new
Oof,
conflict
yeah.
before the opening theme that you'd swear he's on Hasbro's payroll. On that note,
You mean
we
he's
have
not?
a chicken or egg situation here. Which came first? Twilight always being as anxious as a chicken, or Spike initiating her behavior during early childhood by egging her on? No other castles are shaped like a middle finger. It's a sin because it proves the other one's on purpose.
Come on, Twilight. You're getting worked up about nothing.
He said, hours later as they arrive at the place he's discouraging her from going to. A bit late there, buddy.
The only logical
Yeah.
place to start is at the beginning.
There is nothing logical about visiting her old home. This is just shameless nostalgia.
It's exactly how we left it.
But
Twilight
we
never
enjoy
was very
that.
good at housekeeping.
It's predictions and prophecies, and it's still open to the elements of harmony.
Good. Maybe now we can finally make sense of it. The present was red, now it's green, then it goes back to red. Twilight reflects on her past. She also
Magic.
reflects on this window, which would indicate the starry moonlit outdoors is darker than this unlit interior.
We're always over there visiting her.
Good explanation of why these background ponies are everywhere, but we still lack an official explanation for the duplicates, namely why no pony notices changelings.
But we just sort of figured you'd moved on. I came to apologize. For what?
Try to keep up, Minuet. Minuet eats this donut, then moments later it reappears on her plate.
Sure.
Magic donut.
Might have stung a little bit when you ran off to Ponyville without saying goodbye.
But we only plotted your murder for a couple weeks, tops.
Then we kind of gave up on that.
Simon Hart's got her head stuck in that beaker.
Yeah, remember when you failed the class for not being able to tell beakers and flasks apart? Oddly detailed handle looks out of place. It must be really painful when cartoon characters
that
get
does
something
look out
in
of
their
place.
eye.
Was she always like this? Well, she always was a little shy.
I take great offense to the derogatory use of my name.
I
Ouch.
think you might
Yep.
have been busy that day.
Clip show alert! If you or a loved one has been exposed to recycled animation, you may be entitled to compensation. You know the horse tranquilizer is kicking in when your eyes turn to gelatin. Surprisingly loud door for a library.
Moon Dancer? Is that?
Twilight,
The
you know
book lover
better.
who spent so much time
Right,
at libraries
exactly.
and
This
even lived
one,
in for a
absolutely agree
while
with.
Forgets basic library etiquette. Equestria's aversion to hands includes handrails.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Be as smug as you'd like, Twilight, but that was less of a this is a library shush and more of a go the buck away shush.
I haven't seen you in a while, and I thought it might be nice to catch up.
You'll have to pardon her disinterest in seeing old friends that are eager to chat. Moon Dancer has been sold essential oils one too many times.
Those
Shushers
friggin'
are
MLMs.
These library patrons had the same irritated reaction the last time some pony shrieked in terror. The funeral's on Tuesday.
Look, Twilight Twinkle.
Sparkle, whatever.
Every time you mispronounce a pony's name, a trademark lawyer dies of a stroke.
Twilight Twinkle, Twilight Twinkle.
me a new studying technique.
That's just
You
procrastination.
want to kill a lot
with
of
extra steps.
trademark lawyers?
Twilight's cutie mark becomes shy and hides under her wing. The true revelation of the episode is that Twilight's been setting on this property for 5 seasons.
I tried friendship, and it's just not for me.
Twilight and Moondancer discuss religion. The problem with season 5 and onward is that they don't hide fun stuff in the background anymore.
Guess they must have gone back to Ponyville.
Yeah,
Thinking
nothing
out
hidden
loud
there
to
at all.
benefit an audience. Moondancer actually falls for this, despite knowing Twilight's been up to no good.
You've
Yeah,
got
that-
to let me make this up to you.
Ooh,
Get
piece of
3
candy.
swings, no crippling, no killing, please. Twilight's rough edges and lack of a shadow strongly suggest she was added here in post. Credit to Moondancer. It takes a lot of skill to act alongside a CGI character,
You've got a lot of friends, Moondancer.
a fact which we just demonstrated by bringing in a family member and 2 old mayors who also happen to like books.
Alright. Pull it together, Twilight.
Come on, Twilight. Come on, Twilight. Come on, Twilight.
Come on, Twilight!
Come on, Twilight.
Nice.
I'm glad you opened your big mouth. Any pony up for a blast from the past? I have so many great memories of this place.
Not me. Alright, so that was everything wrong with amending fences in 5 minutes or less. Yeah. As per usual, take everything he says with a grain of salt. It's all meant to be fun and funny, so the people who genuinely get upset about his sins, quit your bitching. It's just a joke. Because I know there are people out there that do. Much like, say, Cinema Sins. Gets those channels that make the videos refuting every sin that he has. It's meant for entertainment. You crazy bastards. I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent, but it's funny. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. As I said before, the links are in the description below. Be sure to support Little Shy's channel. And I'm getting this one here. Until next time. Take care.